Welcome to Canadian Armed Forces Fitness, your premier destination for online fitness training in the CAF community. Our mission is to provide dynamic, results-driven fitness programs tailored to meet the diverse needs and wants of our CAF members. Join us for our weekly live and bilingual workouts with options for every fitness level. Engage in our challenges and explore diverse content from mobility sessions to targeted training programs like force evaluation prep. Connect with our community by subscribing to our bulletin and following us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to stay informed on our latest updates and events. I'm Coach Saul, and together we are CAF Fitness.
Indeed, we are CAF Fitness. Oh, you caught me just putting my mat down here. All right, welcome to the Canadian Armed Forces Fitness Studios powered by PSP. I am your host, Coach Saul. Like always, have water nearby, have space to work out in, and if there's any movements that don't agree with you, or any stretches in this case that don't agree with you in your body, let me know in the comment section so I can give you alternatives for those movements. Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue dans le studio Les Facs en forme propulsé par PSP. Je suis votre hôte, Coach Saul. Comme toujours, avoir de l'eau à proximité, avoir un espace bien dégagé et sécuritaire. Et si jamais il y a un mouvement qui ne vous convient pas ou un étirement qui ne vous convient pas, dites-moi dans les commentaires pour que je puisse vous donner des alternatives pour ces mouvements-là. Avant de commencer cette séance d'étirement ou de mobilité, veuillez lire l'avis de nos responsabilités. Hop là, attendez s'il vous plaît, patientez. Avant de commencer, veuillez lire l'avis de nos responsabilités qui est affiché sur l'écran et c'est aussi disponible dans la description sur Facebook et YouTube. Please read our disclaimer, which is on screen, or you can also read it in the description section. Finally, there is a link towards Wordly on the chat, and Wordly is for subtitles, or you can have me speak in whatever language you'd like. But please note that this content is being translated using AI-based tools, and while we strive for accuracy, AI-based translations may not capture all the nuances of the original language. Et alors, il y a un lien vers Wordly dans le chat en ce moment. Vous pouvez le cliquer pour accéder les sous-titres ou vous pouvez me muter et me faire parler n'importe quelle langue que vous voulez. Mais remarquez que ce contenu est traduit à l'aide des outils basés sur l'intelligence artificielle. Et bien que nous nous efforçons d'être précis, les traductions par IA peuvent ne pas saisir toutes les nuances de la langue d'origine. Je sais qu'il adore entendre ce petit mot que je dis à chaque fois, Frank. Je sais qu'il adore ce petit speech, ce discours que je donne au début de chaque entraînement, de chaque séance. Ok, bienvenue aujourd'hui aux mobilités, à la mobilité. So everyone, welcome to mobility. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to start off with some breathing. Then we're going to be doing head to toe stretches. We're going to be going from the neck all the way down to the ankles. And then we're going to be finishing with a guided meditation, something I want to do a little bit more often. And it's backed by popular demand. So without further ado, we're going to start with some breathing. Okay, find a comfortable spot on the floor or in a chair or however you'd like to sit. I personally have, over years of stretching, have finally reached a point when sitting cross-legged is comfortable for me. So I will be sitting cross-legged. Okay, well, for a certain amount of time anyways. All right, I want you to think about putting your forearms on your legs, opening up your chest, make sure your lungs are open. Close your eyes and follow me for 5 deep breaths. We're going to breathe in for a count of 5, hold our lungs full for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5, and then hold our lungs empty for a count of 5. All right, so as we're in this position, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And as you exhale, make sure that inhale. Make sure that you feel, hold all the tension leaving your body. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now, when you're ready, open up your eyes. I want you to think about your own body, and I want you to think inwards right now, okay? Everything else in the world right now is blocked out. Just focus inwards on yourself for the remainder of this mobility session. All right, we're going to start with our neck and our traps. On va commencer avec le cou et les trapèzes. Okay, so I want everyone to go to a comfortable position. You can even stay cross-legged if you want, but I'm not comfortable enough to do that stretch here. So I want you to put one arm behind your back, grab that wrist, and pull. So I'm pulling my arm to the side. Now, the side with the chicken wing here, I'm going to lean my head to that side, and I'm going to hold it there, and I'm going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and look up, maintaining the head tilt. Inhale and look down, remaining that head tilt. Inhale and exhale, looking up. Inhale and exhale, looking down. Good, back to the center. And now back to neutral. All right, release slowly the arm. I see my zoomer doing some shaking here. Frank loves to shake it. All right, other hand behind the back. L'autre main en arrière du dos. On tire sur la main pour produire un triangle. On incline la tête vers ce triangle-là. Okay, on sent l'étirement dans le cou et dans les trapèzes. Et grande respiration. Et regardez vers le haut tout en gardant l'inclinaison de la tête. Inspirez du nez et regarde vers le bas et on garde l'inclinaison. Inspirez et expirez en regardant vers le haut. Inspirez, regardez vers le bas. Très bien, on revient vers le neutre et on lâche les mains et on secoue un petit peu les bras. Nice job. Ok, cette fois-ci, je veux que vous mettez un bras à 90 degrés vers le haut et l'autre bras 90 degrés vers le bas. Et ce qu'on va faire, on va échanger les positions avec un bras et l'autre. Ok, alors changez et cherchez la pleine amplitude. Alors cherchez à dépasser l'épaule si on peut, avec la rotation externe et interne. Encore une fois. J'ai vu que mon coude baissait un petit peu, alors gardez 90 degrés dans les deux bras. Encore une fois, on change. Et on change. Trois, deux, un. Nice job. On met un bras à travers le corps et on tire vers nous. Cross the arm across the body. Pull it in towards us. Now we're going to extend this stretch into our back even by holding at the wrist now and pulling while keeping our arms straight. So this is going to extend into your shoulder blades. Make sure you're breathing. And now switching sides. So we'll start with arm across and hug it in. Very good. Now move that down to the wrist and keep breathing. Keeping your arm straight, of course. We don't want to have a bend in the elbow. We want to keep that arm straight. Good, and relax. Very nice. All right, now what I want everyone to do is I want everyone to get down to all fours à quatre pattes. And then we're going to do something called scap retractions. Okay, so scapular retractions will look like this. My arms are going to stay straight. Chest is going to fall through. Okay, notice how my elbows are still straight. And then from there, I'm going to push away from the ground. So let my chest fall through and then push. Okay, so we're going to do this 10 times. Make sure that you're inhaling on the drop and exhaling on the push. Okay, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. All right, so that gets the scapulas loosened up, all the muscles around them. Now we're going to inhale as we arch the back. So we're going to dip the stomach down and arch the back as much as possible. Okay, and then we're going to round the back as much as possible as we exhale, staying at all fours. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. On va maintenant tordre le haut du corps. Ok, alors on va faire une torsion du thorax. Alors je veux qu'on glisse la main en dessous des côtes pour arriver à une position où l'épaule et la tête touchent au sol, mais on est quasiment à quatre pattes, toujours. Et come on, back to neutral. On revient à la position neutre, à quatre pattes, et on va dans l'autre sens. Alors, on met l'autre main en dessous. On met l'épaule et la tête sur le sol. Continuez à respirer. Continuez à respirer. Three, two, one. Come on, back to a neutral position here. Wide knees, close feet. Ok, les genoux écartés, les pieds rapprochés. Et là, on s'assoit sur les talons et on allonge les bras devant nous et on passe la tête entre les bras en child's pose et on reste là en position de l'enfant. Excellent. Ok, on passe maintenant sur on va se coucher sur le dos. Ok, alors couchez-vous sur le dos, comme ça, avec les genoux pliés et les talons proches de vous. Okay, so make sure that when you're sitting, you're laying on your back, your feet are close to you. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some pelvic tilts here, which are a little bit hard to explain, so bear with me here. What I want you to do is I want you to put your index and thumb at the highest point of your pelvis, so your iliac crest, so like right. Feel around for the highest point of your hip bone. Okay? Then put your finger and thumb on that bone, and then what we're going to look for is we're going to look for a tilt forward, so you're going to be essentially arching the back a little bit, and then a rear tilt as well, where it's going to feel like you're tucking your bum in towards your feet. Okay? So inhale and forward tilt, so you're pulling your bum away from your feet, and exhale, push it towards your feet. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, bum towards you, exhale, bum away from you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Nice. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put one of our feet closer to the center, put your other foot on top of your knee. Now, once you're in this figure 4 stretch here, if this is good enough for you, and if you feel a stretch in your glutes and low back, great. If not, I want you to reach through that triangle, and I want you to grab the back of your leg. And then I just simply want you to hold it there and lay back. Good, and slowly release. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So foot down, foot on the opposite knee. Okay, if this is good for you, great. If not, grab the back of your leg through the triangle and pull your knee in towards you. and release your leg, lower that foot to the floor. All right, now what we're going to do is a stretch called Happy Baby. It's a fan favorite. It's a favorite of mine as well. So you're going to grab your feet. You're going to pull your knees back in towards you, and then you're going to just play around here. You can either pull your knees back and lift your feet high, keep your feet tucked in like this. You can pull your knees back and then lift your feet high. Maybe feel it a bit more in the hamstrings. You can widen your legs. You can have one leg in, one leg out. Just play around with whatever position is going to stretch for you the most. And then you can even throw in a little rocking side to side to stretch out your back muscles, your erectors. Three, two, one, and nice and slowly release from there. And then let's come up to a seated position once again. Now I want everyone to get into a 90-90 position prep. So 90-90 ou 90-90, on met les pieds dehors, les hanches. Okay, so we're going to put our feet outside of our hips, and then we're going to let our knees fall to one side. On va laisser tomber les genoux à un côté. Et j'ai vu que j'avais pas 90 degrés dans ma jambe avant. Alors j'avance ma jambe pour que j'ai 90 non seulement au genou, mais aussi entre les deux jambes. Ok, j'essaie de toucher mes deux genoux au sol. Ensuite, je transfère à l'autre côté, juste comme des essuie-glaces. Et on va de un côté à l'autre. On prend un côté et on choisit de mettre les deux, d'atterrir les deux genoux. On attrape le pied et on fait les ondes corporelles. Okay, we're going to do some body waves here. Over your shin. Good, now let's go towards our foot now. Just rotate towards your foot, that's it. Very good. Back over your shin again. Nice job. Lower your chest towards the shin and then oscillate from one side to the other. Ok, alors on baisse la poitrine et on bascule de un côté à l'autre. Très bien. Un autre onde corporelle pour revenir pour vous redresser. Et on va à l'autre côté maintenant. Okay, so we're going to bring our knees to the other side. Hold on to your foot. And let's start doing some body waves. Big body waves. Now let's go towards our foot. Good. And now let's bring it back to neutral again. Okay, now I want you to bring your chest nice and low and oscillate from one side to the other. Et on va basculer d'un côté à l'autre et on regarde dans la direction, dans le sens qu'on y va. Très bien. Et une autre grande onde corporelle pour vous redresser. Ok, très bien. On revient au milieu et on va laisser tomber les genoux d'un côté à l'autre. Encore une fois. Et j'aimerais que vous remarquiez s'il y a une différence entre ce qu'on ressent en ce moment et ce qu'on a ressenti tout à l'heure par rapport à vos hanches. Okay, do your hips feel tighter now? Do they feel more loose? I would like you to kind of remark if there's been any changes. And relax. All right, everyone. Now we're going to tuck one foot in behind. Just like that. Nice and stretched out. Elbow down and behind. Reach over top. And breathe. Okay, make sure you feel the stretch in that quad, in those quads. Okay, make sure that you're squeezing your bum, not with your hand, but make sure that you're contracting the muscle so that you feel a stretch in the front of your leg. Reach your arm over top if you need to. Okay, come on up to your hand again, and then switch legs now. So other leg tucked back. Good. And then we get down to our elbow. Make sure that we're squeezing the glute on that side, reaching over top. And we're breathing, feeling a stretch in the front of your leg there, your quads, and your hip flexors as a little bonus there. Make sure you're squeezing your bum. And 3, 2, 1. Very good. And now I'd like everyone to come into a kneeling position, a half kneeling position, for a little ankle stretch. Now for this one, if you have any weights nearby or something like that that you want to put on top of your knee to weigh it down, great. If not, this will work just the same. Okay, so we're in a half kneeling position here. You're going to drive your knee forward, lean onto your knee, but I do not want your heel coming up off the floor. So your heel needs to stay down on the floor, and putting the weight on your knee or putting your elbow on your knee is actually going to push your knee down into your heel. Okay, so put the pressure down on your heel and hold it there. Good, and then come back and switch legs. Other leg in front, and then driving your knee forward and leaning onto that knee. And come on back. All right, so that's for the full body stretch. Now what I'm going to ask everyone to do is find a comfortable spot on the floor for everyone to lay down. Make sure that it's a quiet spot. Maybe you can even turn the lights off. And we're going to be doing a bit of a guided meditation. All right, so just find a spot on the floor. Okay, and the reason we want to stay a spot on the floor is because I want you to be able to, if maybe you drift off into sleep, that you're going to be already laying down and that you're not going to fall over or kind of startle yourself awake. Okay, so laying down is best. But if you want to meditate in a seated position or something like that, try and be on the floor. Because like I said, if you do end up falling asleep or something like that, I wouldn't want you falling out of a chair or something like that. Okay. And fine, it's Thursday. If you want to sit in your lazy boy and recline it backwards, I'm okay with that too. All right, so feel grounded in the floor. Close your eyes, and I want you to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And throughout this entire meditation, that's how I want you to be breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And we're going to go from the bottom of our body to the top of our body. And I want you to move your toes, wiggle your toes. On your next breath, move your ankles. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Slightly bend each knee one at a time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now try and move your hips one side, the other side. Move the hips from side to side. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And now I want you moving your fingers. Just wiggling the fingers. And now the wrists. And other direction with the wrists. Good. And now I want everyone to move your shoulders up and down, up and down. As you're breathing, make sure you're moving your shoulders up on inhale, down on the exhale. Now I want you to rotate your head from one side, bringing your ear toward the floor, and now turn your head to the other side, bringing your ear to the floor. One side, other side. Now bring your head back to neutral. And I want your limbs to be heavy. I want your body to be heavy. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bring your awareness inwards on your body. Focus on what your body needs. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now I want you to imagine your arms and legs are heavy. The room that you're in has a few inches of water at the bottom of it, and you're floating in that water. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. The water is still. There's no movement in the water except for your breathing. When you inhale, you come up a little bit, and as you exhale, you sink into the water a little bit, causing the ripple effect. In through your nose, you float up, out through your nose, out through your mouth, you go down, bobbing up and down in the still water, causing it to ripple. In through your nose, out through your mouth. You're floating up and down, causing a ripple in the water. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and notice your hands and feet are heavy. In through your nose, feel the positive energy come in. Out through the mouth, negative energy goes out. In through the nose, you bob up to the top of the water. Exhale through your mouth, you come down a few inches into the water. In through your nose, your hands and feet are heavy. Exhale through your mouth, your hands and feet are heavy. Now find a happy memory, one that will make you smile, maybe one in which you're laughing. And I want you to think about this memory while you're laughing in your mind as you inhale and exhale. With each inhale, you're taking in the warm feeling of that laughter. And with each exhale, you're letting go of any tension in your body. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Positive energy in, negative energy out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Your hands are heavy. Your feet are heavy. But you are bobbing up to the top of the water with each inhale and sinking into the water a few inches every exhale. Inhale, you bob up. Exhale, you bob down. Inhale, feel the warmth from that memory. Exhale, you release any tension in your body. Breathe in through your nose. Feel warmness and bob up. Breathe out through your mouth. Feel the tension releasing from your body, allowing you to sink a couple inches. Inhale up. Exhale down. Your hands and feet are heavy. The water beneath you slowly drains until you're back laying on the floor in a warm, dark room. You're feeling happy, and your hands and feet are feeling heavy. Breathe in through your nose and wiggle your toes, and out through your mouth and wiggle your fingers. I'd now like you to regain all awareness of things around you, objects, sounds, light, dark. And when you're ready, return to a seated position. And I'm going to say thank you for joining me for this practice today. Mobility. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your weekend. Now, I had a question earlier asking, would this mobility session count towards your exercise for the 60-day challenge? And I would have to say, no, it would not. It is excellent mindfulness and it's excellent for your body. However, in the challenge, we want you to get your heart rate up every day. So that would mean that, like, if you've done this, this is fantastic for your body and your mental health. However, this didn't get our heart rate up. So something that might get your heart rate up is going for a walk or going for a bike ride, something like that. Try to get out there for 45 minutes. All right. If you have a dog, you can walk the dog. I know I'm going to go walk my dog today with a weighted vest on. All right. So thank you, everyone. If you're not a part of our Facebook private group on Facebook yet, if you're not taking part in our challenges, make sure that you go over to Facebook and join our private group. It's called CAF Fitness Challenges, des défis fac en forme, and your body will thank you. All right, everyone, have an amazing rest of your day and a great weekend.
Bienvenue aux Forces armées canadiennes en forme, votre destination principale pour l'entraînement physique en ligne dans la communauté des FAC. Notre mission, c'est d'offrir des programmes de conditionnement physique dynamiques et axés sur les résultats, conçus pour répondre aux divers besoins et désirs des membres des FAC. Rejoignez-nous pour nos séances d'entraînement hebdomadaires, en ligne, en direct et bilingue, avec des options pour tous les niveaux de forme physique. Participez à nos défis et explorez notre contenu varié, des séances de mobilité aux programmes ciblés tels que la préparation pour l'évaluation force. Connectez-vous avec notre communauté dynamique en vous abonnant à notre bulletin et en nous suivant sur Facebook, Instagram et YouTube pour rester informé de nos dernières mises à jour et nos événements. Je suis Coach Saul et ensemble, nous sommes les FAC en forme.